It began with a dream. A dream that turned into a vision. A vision that turned into an idea. An idea that turned into a real expensive project that takes up so much of my time. I mean, you wouldn't believe the bills I have to pay to all the pros. Oh yeah, they want their money on time. And of course, all the listener complaints and the technical...
Stick to the script.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've digressed. Hi, I'm Ron Olesko, and it's so great to be at NERFA this weekend with Folk Music Notebook and our Guerilla showcases. We have some outstanding talent that we'll be presenting on Friday and Saturday night, artists that represent what we play 365 days a year on folkmusicnotebook.com. I hope you'll join us. We're going to have some fun and, of course, some great music. Well, good evening, and welcome to Folk Music Notebook's Friday night Guerilla Showcase at NERFA. So good to be with you. I mean, normally we would all be gathered around in a little hotel room, sitting on beds and chairs and standing in hallways and walking through crowded hallways, people coughing and sneezing and sweating. But of course, there's COVID. So here we are in our homes, hopefully comfortable, hopefully ready to enjoy a great evening of music, and we have quite a lineup for you tonight, and we're going to get started in just a minute. First of all, let me introduce myself. I'm Ron Olesko. I'm the director of Folk Music Notebook, folkmusicnotebook.com, a 24/7 internet radio station devoted to our contemporary folk community, inspired by NERFA, of course. And we are happy to bring this music to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and also to be able to present this showcase. Now, what you're going to see are artists that you'll hear on Folk Music Notebook. Also, a couple of our hosts are going to drop by, at least they promised me that they will, and help us introduce some of the artists that we're going to see tonight. So check us out if you haven't already done so. folkmusicnotebook.com is the channel. I'll tell you about some other things that we're doing a little bit later on. But let's get to the music, because that's why we're all here. Now, our first artist, Scott, WOLFSON, and Other Heroes. They describe themselves as singing the music of, by, and for outcasts and outliers. Performing songwriter said, "WOLFSON will not only defy the norm, but all expectations as well." They've been chosen as Most Wanted Artists at the Falcon Ridge Folk Festival. They've been formal showcase artists at a previous NERFA. And they're celebrating their 10th anniversary as a band. And I can't think of a better way to kick off our virtual Folk Music Notebook Guerilla Showcase. Here they are, Scott WOLFSON and Other Heroes.
We're going to play one of our most requested songs. We're going to start off with this now. And it's about the fact that no matter how broken you feel, when it heals, the bone knits stronger. Something in my frame. Go ahead now, get me when I'm down. I was born broken, and you can't break me again. I'm thick like a memory, part foggy and hard to see. Everlasting, I'm a stain you can't remove. break me again. Howdy, everybody. We hope you're enjoying your NERFA experience, virtual though it be. Again, We're Scout Wasn't Under the Heroes. Thanks for sitting in with us. We're going to move into another one of our songs now, which is going to feature our good friend Matt Larita on nylon string guitar, or gitter, as we used to call it where I done growed up. So, all righty. Loved a mermaid from Brooklyn, fell in love with her song, went to the sea, but she didn't love me. She just strung me along. We'd first met when we were children, and she broke my heart then. It was greater 20 years later, when she'd broken it again. Don't love mermaids from Brooklyn, 'cause they're gonna be who they must be. Those Brooklyn mermaids may say that they love you, but they won't love you the way they love the sea. So I went to the water, peering out, what did I see? Only rejection in that reflection, just me staring back at me. Darling mermaid from Brooklyn, don't know what else to say. I'd share my life, asked you to be my wife, but instead you swam away. Don't love mermaids from Brooklyn, 'cause they're gonna be who they must be. Those Brooklyn mermaids may say that they love you, but they won't love you the way they love the sea. No, they won't love you the way they love the sea. And that's the way it's always Most people don't know this, but Chris actually had to study at a French conservatory in order to learn how to play finger cymbals for that song.
It's true.
So first of all, we want to thank Ron and Folk Music Notebook for having us. Again, we're Scott Wolf's and Other Heroes. If you enjoyed us, if you didn't, we're the Eagles. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to leave this with a song about community. It's hard, especially nowadays, to feel like you're part of a community. We've been so separated for a long time. And this is a song about the fact that even though you may feel like you're alone, the truth is that there are plenty of people around you who have your back. So to all of you who enjoy the community, especially the community at NERFA, thanks again. We're Scott Wolf's and Other Heroes. We're going to leave you with this.
6 seasons in a movie.
because it can't swim. Do you believe in me when there's nothing to it? Do you believe in me? I'm falling, falling. Do you believe in me when I don't give you reason? There's nothing stopping me from falling, falling. Do you believe in me when there's nothing to it? Do you believe in me? I'm falling, falling. Thank you, NERFA.
You are tuned to the Folk Music Notebook, streaming folk songs 24/7.
Well, that is how you start a Guerilla showcase. Scott Wolfson and other heroes. Congratulations to them on their 10th anniversary as a band, and we look forward to many more great years to come. Well, we have many more great artists to come on this Friday night showcase, including Judd Caswell, who will be coming up in just a few minutes, Rachel Sage, Andrew McKnight, Megan Carey, Libby and Cal, Diane Perry, the Folk Talk Trio, Genevieve, Paul KAPLAN, Kim Moberg, George Mann, and Mike Glick. And maybe a surprise, so stick around. Tomorrow night, more fine folk on Folk Music Notebooks Showcase. Tomorrow night we'll hear from Big Little Lions and also Rory Kelly, Marion Halliday, Barry Orick, Kyle Hancharik, Kirsten Manville, Rod MacDonald, Shanna in a Dress, Stone and Snow, Mara Levine, George Ensley, Rigby Summer, Ariel Silver, and Sandy Cash. These are just some of the artists that not only do we feature on this Guerilla showcase over these 2 nights, but also artists that you hear 24/7 on Folk Music Notebook. The finest folk, as we like to say on the internet. Great folk songs, old and new. And our next artist tonight, he's a Maine singer-songwriter, and he burst on the scene back in 2006, winning the legendary Kerrville New Folk Competition. His songs have been taught at Berklee School of Music. They've been recorded by Judy Collins, and his work is the creation of a master storyteller with a keen eye for detail and a warmth that brings out the beauty of his subjects. Judd left the road to raise a family, but he continues to create great music, and his 2020 album Live at the Seagull reached #1 on the folk DJ charts last March, and it gives us a little snapshot of his incredible talent as a writer and a performer. And lucky us, we get to witness it again tonight. Here now, Judd Caswell.
Hi, this is Judd Caswell. I'm coming to you from Topsom, Maine. It's a pleasure to get to share some music with you at NERFA, in spite of the fact that we can't be together. Thanks, Ron, for inviting me to be a part of this. It's a real treat and an honor to be a part of the showcase. You all seem like nice folks, but I'm going to play some banjo for you anyway. This is the first tune I ever wrote on banjo. It's kind of a Zen mountain music kind of a song. It's called Halfway There. Going to the mountain to smell the mountain pine. Going to the mountain to feel the mountain thyme. Rock and wind around me, I'm gonna make the mountain mine. Standing on the mountain, up in the mountain sky. Standing on the mountain, beautiful and wild. Standing in the sunshine, peaceful as a child. And I'm halfway there, I am halfway there. Yes, I'm halfway there, I am halfway there. 'Cause until I come on home with something I can share, I'm only halfway there. Mountain with trouble on my mind. Going to the mountain to see if I can find a place to lay my burden and leave it all behind. Standing on the mountain, Well, he set my spirit free, standing on the mountain to see if I can see. And when there's no more mountain, and when there's no more me, I will be halfway there. I'll be halfway there. I'll be halfway there. I'll be halfway there. 'Cause until I come on home with something I can share, I'm only halfway there. Yes, until I come on home with something I can share, I'm only halfway there. So I'm going to do something, that's funny. I'm going to do something very NERFA for you. I'm going to play you a very Guerilla showcase anyway. But I'm going to play you a bunch of unreleased songs. Well, I say unreleased, and that's a half-truth. These are all songs that were part of my Morning Cordial series that I did last year when the world sort of shut down, especially for musicians. I found that what I needed to do was start recording videos pretty much every day. So for the first 6 months of it, I was putting out videos every morning. They're on my YouTube channel. Just look up Judd Caswell on YouTube. They're on my website, juddcaswell.com. Links to the YouTube videos. But that was one of the ones where I brought what I was calling my homebound hooligans, my whole band. So I was playing banjo on that, and what else? Guitar and bass, and maybe singing some harmonies. It's a lot of fun to do. And it sort of kept me going. Making music was just a really important thing. This is another song from those sessions, and it's one that's inspired by Andrew Wyeth. I don't know if you know Andrew Wyeth's paintings, but up in Cushing, Maine, not too far from here, is where the Olson house is. And if you've ever seen Christina's World, beautiful, beautiful paintings of sort of weather-worn old house and barn. And that place just kind of feels like home to me. I grew up in a house not all that different, a lot smaller, but not all that different from that, an old New England cape that had been my great-grandfather's farm. And so whenever I see Andrew Wyeth stuff, it really makes me feel like, it just feels like home to me. This is a song called Still Life. Watercolors under glass, and pencil sketches framed in brass, windows on a weathered past gone by. The ragged pine on the hungry hill, beaten farmhouse standing still, clouds that drift like coffee spilled on the sky. In this still life, time rushes in until stills again. The iron stove by the wooden door, well, it takes up half the kitchen floor, and it buckles down a little more every year. And there's Christina on her chair, sunlight burning in her hair, and all the weight she has to bear is so clear. still life. Time rushes in until life stills again. Lesson in the artist's hand is plant your feet down where they stand. Love the people, love the land, and take the time to contemplate the dark and light. Give us shape and soul and sight. And if you're careful, you just might come to find a still life. And where time rushes in until life stills again. I'd like to do one more tune for you. Another thing that I really filled my pandemic with was working with the local UU, doing some of their video services and playing a lot of music, and it's been fantastic to do that. Years ago, I composed this song for the UU in Brunswick. The church burned down in 2011, and I have a song about that. And when the church was rebuilt, for the dedication ceremony, the Reverend Stalker asked me whether or not I might sing at that and whether or not I might write another song that didn't just talk about the church burning, but talked about the church coming back. And so I did that, and it was inspired by it's the true story of the bell of the church right here in Brunswick, Maine. It was discovered that the bell had an inscription on it when the church burned. Nobody knew that. It wasn't in living memory. And the church bell says, "Ring joy and peace to the world." I just thought that'd be a really good song. So here's "Ring joy and peace to the world." Thanks again to Ron Olesko for having me here. It means the world. Really appreciate it. 3 times a day on the main street of Brunswick, that old Universalist bell rang out the morning, the noon, and the evening, and all of the town knew it well. Old Colonel Dennison, he sent back the first one, said that the tone wasn't pure, and we Universalists, so few in number, have got to ring out if we want to be heard, ringing joy and peace to the world. Ring joy and peace to the world. Well, 30 years later, one October evening was lit by a terrible fire. And the next Sunday morning, that bell lay in ruins, in the ashes and bones of the spire. And the years had been hard as those black walnut pews, and the church could have easily died. But they rolled up their sleeves, they picked up the pieces, they cast the bell, and right there on the side said, ring joy and peace to the world. Bring joy and peace to the world. And that bell rang in change for 125 years, rang out freedom with a beautiful noise. And it rang out in hope, and it rang out in sorrow, and it rang till the next fire took its voice. Some folks will tell you the church is so stubborn, we don't even know when we're beat. Some folks will tell you the church has got gumption, we know how to land on our feet. All that I know is the work was unfinished, and we all felt the need to go on, build a home here for bringing that bell back to ringing. Our voices still singing out loud with the song ringing, joy and peace to the world. Bring joy and peace to the world. Bring joy and peace to the world. Bring joy and peace to the world. Thanks so much. Hope to see you soon.
You are tuned to the Folk Music Notebook, streaming folk songs 24/7.
And our thanks to Judd Caswell for joining us tonight from his home in Maine. Outstanding songwriter, and we look forward to many more great songs and recordings and performances from Judd. He has a wonderful new single out called The Great Divide, which you can hear on Folk Music Notebook. And by the way, if you're wondering what Folk Music Notebook is, if you've been on another planet for the last couple of years, Folk Music Notebook is a 24/7 internet radio channel that's devoted to the folk community. Many of the artists that you're seeing at NERFA this entire weekend are heard as part of our round-the-clock playlist of folk songs, old and new. The finest folk on the internet, as we like to say. We also have some of the best folk radio hosts on the planet, and I'd like to bring you one of them right now. You know him, you love him, you tune in to him every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. for his show Radio Nowhere Worldwide. And then again, you wake up early on, well, relatively early for me, early on Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. Eastern Time for his show The Trainwreck. Please welcome the one, the only, Joltin' Joe Pizonic.
Hey everybody, it's Joltin' Joe here. In case you think that the sunny South is always sunny and warm, well, here I am in South Carolina, Greenville, South Carolina, and it's a chilly 50 degrees today, but I'm out here keeping myself fit and trim, at least I hope so anyway. But I wanted to take a minute to introduce an artist in this showcase that I just think is wonderful. The lady's name is Rachel Sage. Not only is she a wonderful songwriter and a poetess, but she is a marvelous singer, and she is one of the bravest human beings that I know. I do simply love what she does and will always support her. So friends, I'm not going to spend a lot of time here. What I should do is introduce her accompaniment, Kelly Halloran on violin and Dave Egger on cello. Here we go, my friends. Folk Music Notebook presents Rachel Sage.
Hello everyone, my name is Rachel Sage and we are performing today from beautiful Bristol, Tennessee. We are on tour behind our brand new album, Poetica. And I am joined by the illustrious Dave Eggar on the cello and the fabulous Kelly Halloran on the violin. And we are going to do a bunch of tunes from all across my 14 album catalog in 15 minutes or less. I am sitting here in silence, like a stone inside a pool of running water, falling down a twisting, aching, straining stream, inside a cave, inside a mountain, inside me, inside of you. Here I am of icy glacial bits and pieces broken through the very center of my holiness, like pennies thrown into some ancient fountain, turning surfaces to wishes in a stream, inside a cave, inside a mountain, inside me, inside of you. Sometimes I almost want to die when I say so many lies. Why do you make me want to be that way? It's almost obscene the way I don't say what I mean, even though I try to, but I can't be anything but distant. It's all been wonderfully marvelous to feel you're as near as I have ever come to being one with anyone for real. It's all been wonderfully marvelous to touch. I'm as close as I've ever come to wanting anybody way too much, or not enough too easily to be loved too much, or not enough. I am sitting naked in a public place inside, not facing you is all I do to keep from telling you the truth is in my way. It's still your way of killing me, is to throw me in a stream, inside a cave, inside a mountain, inside me, inside of you. Sometimes I almost want to die when I say so many lies. Why do you make me want to be that way? It's almost obscene the way I don't say what I mean, even though I try to, but I can't be anything but distant. It's all been wonderfully marvelous to feel you're as near as I've ever come to being one with anyone for real. It's all been wonderfully marvelous to touch. I'm as close as I've ever come to wanting anybody way too much, or not enough too easily to be loved too much, or not enough too much, or not enough too easily to be loved too much, or not enough. Inside me, inside of you. 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 That was called Cave. And this room feels a little cave-like.
Definitely feels like we're
tucked away from the hubbub of downtown Bristol, Tennessee. This is called Magenta and Blue. There's something about the way you protect what I have all too often neglected that becomes rhapsodic to me, and in its magnanimity a longing rises to let you love you illegibly. A branch with blossom swaying in the breeze, sun glittering like diamond dust on waves of eventually this will pass, and our this will be grounded in a kiss. Whether it's yours on my lips or mine on your brows, I will allow everything we have intended till now to pour through this vessel. Transparency is not something I believe one can strive for as much as allow into one's pore. Your voice, a new kind of dew, appearing in my dreams, whispering magenta and blue. That was fun. Hope you enjoyed that. And this next song was written at 4 a.m. off the top of my head, off the cuff. I didn't even use a pen and paper. I didn't write anything down. I just got on the microphone on my little self-recording rig and just started singing whatever was off the top of my head over a four-bar guitar loop that went like this. I'm gonna sleep when I'm tired. Gonna sleep when I'm tired. I'm gonna sleep when I'm tired. But I'm tired all the livelong day. I'm gonna love when I'm lost. I don't care what it costs. I'm gonna love when I'm lost. But I'm lost all the livelong day. Take me away. 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 Please God, take me away. I'm gonna sleep when I'm tired. Gonna make art when I'm wired. I'm gonna sleep when I'm tired. But I'm tired all the livelong day. I'm gonna love when I'm lost. I don't care what it costs. for listening so intently. We really appreciate it. I can tell that you're getting a little noshy. You may want to get up soon and get a snack, maybe a bagel, maybe make yourself some hot chocolate. It's getting to be that season, but we're going to leave you with one more. This is a song called Spark, and it's one of my favorites to play. And I'll tell you why. Because, you know, I like glitter, I like things that shine. And, but with this song, I don't need to do all that. I just play the song, and it's kind of like I'm already there. So, you know, an au naturel, glittery fest. Are you guys ready? Mm-hmm. Okay. It's always easy to be open to a stranger. It's always easy to be someone else at night. It's always easy to be brave when you're in danger. Hold me like a candle, shine me like a light. Hold on, hold on, hold on to me, angel. I don't know your name, but I can see you in the dark. Oh, hold on to me, angel. I don't know your secrets, I feel you like a spark. It's never easy to be open to a loved one. Inevitably there is too much expectation. It's never easy to be open to a loved one. Hold me like a stranger, I will never lie. Hold on to me, angel. I don't know your name, but I can see you in the dark. Oh, hold on to me, angel. I don't know your secrets, I feel you like a spark. I don't know your secrets, but I feel you like a spark. It's always easy to be open to a stranger. It's always easy to be someone else at night. It's always easy to be brave when you're in danger. Hold me like a candle, shine me like a light. Hold me like a candle, shine me like a light. Hold me like a candle, shine me like a light. Hold me like a candle, shine me like a light. Hold me like a candle, shine me like a light. Hold on to me, angel. I don't know your name, can see you in the dark. Oh, hold on to me, angel. I don't know your secrets, I feel you like a spark. I don't know your secrets, I feel you like a spark. I don't know your secrets, I feel you like a spark. I don't know your secrets, but I feel you like a spark. Thank you so much for listening. I'm Rachel Sage, and we are The Sequins. Enjoy the rest of Virtual NERFA.
You are tuned to the Folk Music Notebook, streaming folk songs 24/7.
Rachel Sage, thank you so much. Coming to us from Tennessee. And a lovely set for us here on the Folk Music Notebook Friday night Guerilla Showcase. I'm Ron Olesko, Director of Folk Music Notebook, your 24/7 internet channel. And by the way, we have a very special offer to NERFA attendees. As many of you know, Folk Music Notebook is a 24/7 radio channel, and we never and will never charge artists for the honor of playing their music on the radio. However, we do have available commercial time for artists who would like to plug their next album, their website, or their tip jar. You can purchase a commercial at a very reasonable rate. For more information, you can contact me, Ron, at folkmusicnotebook.com, we have a special going on, 25% off of our ad rate. You can find out more about our advertising at our website at folkmusicnotebook.com, but you can write to me at ron@folkmusicnotebook.com. Well, our next guest. Back in 1996, he left his corporate environmental engineering career behind, and he began a musical journey that has traced nearly 1 million miles of touring, and also earning himself a considerable amount of acclaim and a great number of fans for both his performances and recordings. He also teaches guitar and songwriting, offers a variety of school and adult programs and workshops, and he's also a consultant for people learning to use DNA for genealogy and family history research. Now that skill certainly came into play for his most recent album and book, Treasures in My Chest. It's a collection of songs that draw from his own recent journeys into his family's history. Let's welcome Andrew McKnight.
Welcome, friends, to my make-a-living room for these last many months here at the foot of Northern Virginia's Blue Ridge. It's good to have you here. It's good to see you. I can't wait to see you in person properly. I know that these last many months have been really hard for all of us, and that we're wishing we could be together right now, enjoying music together in the same room and all the rest of it. But I am grateful that we have the technology to be able to be together in the virtual space as well. I spent 2019 not only writing songs for an album about my family history, but writing a book about it too. And I learned an awful lot of crazy things, and I had a lot of crazy experiences, far more than I can get into in this short set of tunes that I'm going to do for you tonight. But I please invite you to come visit me at andrewmcknight.net and let me share more of the stories with you, because they are stories that are too fantastic to be even made up. And for a guy who spent a lot of time mucking about in his family history, it seems only fitting that I live in this historic village here at the foot of the Blue Ridge. And it's kind of a special place. We do things sort of old school here. When we go out Christmas caroling from one porch to another in the village, we post pictures of it up on our Facebook page afterwards. But there's also a lot of gravel roads and a lot of houses that are here since the very beginning of Lincoln. So it's kind of a special place, and it seems only fitting to share a little of it with you now. This is my little town. They close our road on the 4th of July for the kids to ride by, with streamers on their bikes, red, blue, and white. Let the judges decide. Bring a dish to share and your favorite folding chair. Try to stay cool. We read the famous words just like we've heard since we were kids at school. In my little town, renamed for Honest Abe, somehow it became where I put roots down. Graveyard stones hide more than bones in the red clay ground. These sunken gravel roads wind back in time and slowly disappear. The last dairy farm keeps holding on another year. In my little town, in my little town, where the fire breaks out, when the roof caves in, when the snow's piled high, times are worse they've been. The progress of the present brings the future crashing down. Stand up with each other here in our little town. Try not to blink and miss our little town. The holiday lights day before firelight caroling, and we pray that it lasts, cherishing our past until it's gone. When neighbors still wave, stories we still save to pass on down. In my little town, in my little town, when the fire breaks out, when the roof caves in, when the snow's piled high, times are worse they've been. Progress of the present brings the future crashing down. Stand up with each other here in our little town. Try not to blink and miss our little town. A world of change swirls around my little town. Our little town from my Treasures in My Chest project. I've been so very fortunate to have had some really amazing projects wind up in my lap. I got the privilege of working with my friend Mac Bailey from the Hard Travelers, who has been for the last several years devoting his life to doing music therapy work with wounded warriors, helping wounded veterans coping with PTSD, learning how to sort of reframe their story and rewire how they think about it. I've written with 4 different veterans, and this one was with a veteran from Michigan who, he was just this big gentleman who told a story. And what I found was that all of these vets in this program had been at the place where they felt like it was really hopeless, and they were ready to pull the ripcord and leave permanently. And every one of them had some clarion moment, someone who reached out and helped them in that moment of darkness. And his moment of darkness came in a very public way. And he said the thing that stuck with me was that at the end of it all, when he was sitting there in the police station and finally the adrenaline was wearing off and everything, he said, you know, I started thinking about the 22 vets a day that take their own lives. And he said, I guess I decided that on this day, I decided that it was life that I choose. Driving Flatland, Michigan, the radio's on. A teenage dad in a country song. Graduates all go away. 2 baby girls need me to stay behind. Sign my name on the dotted line. Wrote a blank check, went to Paris Isle. A band of brothers like no other bond. Be a Marine, you can be someone. All those years of training found a moment of grace, moment of mercy, staring face to face. In that moment I saw nothing, I found everything to lose. Today is gonna take one less, it's life that I choose. Took away my badge and gun. Things I believe made me someone. Might as well take my soul and take my bones. An empty shell all alone in the darkness. And all those years of training found a moment of grace, a moment of mercy, staring face to face. In that moment I saw nothing, I found everything to lose. Today is gonna take one less, rich life that I choose. It's life that I choose. Building something solid on shaky ground. Lessons in the rubble that I have found. Took a lot of pride and a lot of heart to take a chance at a second start at being alive. And all that lifetime of training found a moment of grace, moment of mercy, staring face to face. In that moment I saw nothing, I found everything to lose. Today is gonna take one less rich life that I choose. It's life that I choose. I dream of Flatland, Michigan, the radio's on. Now I'm the one that chose this song. There is a website devoted to that work, the Music Therapy of the Rockies program, and I encourage you to all go and learn about it. They are always doing retreats with other songwriters, working with vets. It's a pretty impressive program, and it's an amazingly heart-filling work to be able to spend time with vets doing that stuff. I am very much looking forward to whatever this new world is going to be like. I know that it's going to bring me back out on the road. I know that it's going to bring me back to people and 3D again. And I can't wait. I'm looking forward to seeing you. I hope you'll come by and visit the website, because I've been doing lots of things, including a legacy project from my hard rock and roll past. For those of you who have only heard me as the folk singer and songwriter, I encourage you to drop on by and find out about this Nor'easter project and my Stratocaster and all the rest of it. Lots of fun to share it with you. But most of all, I'm looking forward to seeing you face to face real soon. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for singing along too. By the way, I can hear you. And you can pick out the high harmony or the low harmony. It's all right. Whichever you want. It's just good to sing together again. Climbing on this big jet plane, headed into western skies. And if I had a rearview mirror, it's how I'd pass the time. Looking back on leaving I've done, should be old hat by now. Do I want too much lingering touch? Did I hold her too long? 1,800 miles from the Chesapeake to this great divide. 1,800 miles separate me from the truth inside. For I am lonesome, lonesome under western skies. Drive this road that long ago echoed with hooves Arapaho. And as I pass these ranches, I almost feel their ghosts riding along. Never cared for conquistadors, plundering mountains for gold. Please don't fear, I haven't come here to prospect for love or reward. 1,800 miles from the Chesapeake to this great divide. 1,800 miles separate me from the like an old friend leading me to parts unknown. And I draw gallons of cold comfort, knowing this road leads me home. Is it my heart, mister, from the start, or just thin air getting to my head? 1,800 miles from the Chesapeake to this great divide. 1,800 miles separate me from the truth inside. Where I am lonesome, lonesome, lonesome under western skies. Whoa. Thank you all so very much for hanging out with me tonight. It means the world to me to be able to sing for you. I look forward to seeing you out there someplace near your home real soon. Take good care of your good selves. Stay safe. Peace. Thanks.
You are tuned to the Folk Music Notebook, streaming folk songs 24/7.
And don't forget, after NERF is over, be sure to tune in to folkmusicnotebook.com. You'll hear many of the artists that you've met at NERFA, and we are your virtual folk festival, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get in touch with me, especially if you're an artist. We have plenty of opportunities for you to be part of our Artist in Residence Showcase series, and of course, get your music heard on the radio. Well, our next artist is gaining a lot of attention in the folk community, and this year he's also one of the keynote speakers at this NERFA virtual conference. He's an award-winning banjoist, fiddler, singer, and ethnomusicologist based in Providence, Rhode Island. He's a two-time winner and a many-time finalist of the Appalachian String Band Music Festival, also known as Clifftop. Jake is a board member of Bluegrass Pride, and he specializes in the music of black communities in the southeastern United States and in the regional style of the Finger Lakes. He foregrounds the experiences of queer people and people of color in his work. It is a real honor to present him tonight at Folk Music Notebook's Guerilla Showcase. Please welcome Jake Blount.
Hi everybody, I'm Jake Blount. It's good to kind of be back at NERFA. Here's hoping this is our last digital adaptation of this lovely event. My neighbor is going out. came from a man named Josh Thomas, who was from Hollins, Virginia. And the words came from Langston Hughes, because the original title of that tune is Roustabout, and I already play a tune called Roustabout. My manager believed that there would be confusion if I were to record both, and therefore this is now called Minstrel Man, after the Langston Hughes poem that I adapted for it. That's a tune called Wiley Laws from the Cherokee fiddler Manco Sneed from Cherokee, North Carolina. I'm going to sing one for you now, just to close this out. It's called Sink 'Em Low. It comes from Bessie Jones and the Georgia Sea Island Singers. If you want to please your captain, sink 'em low, boys, raise 'em high. Sink 'em low, boy, sink 'em low. Sink 'em low, boy, raise 'em high. I asked the judge what may be my fine, boy. He said, if I don't hang you, I'll give you 99. I'll give you 99, boy. I'll give you 99. He said, if I don't hang you, I'll give you 99. If I can just make it through January and February, I'll march on through, boys, I'll march on through. I thought I heard old Big Leg Lula, she's calling me, boys, she's calling me. Saying, come back home, boy, come back home. Heard Big Leg Lula, she's calling me. I asked the captain what time of day, boy. He was so hard-hearted, just walked away. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate you featuring me here.
You are tuned to the Folk Music Notebook, streaming folk songs 24/7.
Did you recognize that voice? The voice of Folk Music Notebook? Well, she is our next artist, MEGHAN CARY. Before we get to MEGHAN, I do want to say that I am so grateful to this NERFA community. Really, it was the inspiration behind starting Folk Music Notebook, and it's really been the inspiration for me as a folk DJ for decades since I first started coming to the conference. I think I missed the first couple, but I've been coming every year. And of course, we're all sorry that there's not a live conference, in-person conference this year. But I think this virtual conference is giving us a great taste of what goes on at NERFA. So those of you who are viewing for the first time, I hope you'll come there. For me, as I said, it's something that's very personal. I really met a lot of friends, found some incredible music, and such a vibrant folk community. Some of it that you're witnessing here tonight, and you can hear it 24/7 on Folk Music Notebook. Behind me is a little award that I received at NERFA back in 2019, very unexpectedly. Shocked the hell out of me, to be quite honest. Creator of the Year for this very folk music notebook that you're listening to 24/7. Again, I want to thank everybody at NERFA. I was so looking forward to being there in 2020 and again this year to do some more in-person showcasing, but I think this will do for now. Well, let's get to our next artist. As I mentioned, she is the voice of Folk Music Notebook. When I first started the channel in 2019, I wanted a voice other than my own, because you hear me too damn much on the channel as it is. And the first person I thought of was our next guest, because she's done voiceover work in the past. She's also an incredible songwriter, as you're about to hear. And she graciously allowed me to use her voice, and I get thrilled every time I hear her. It really adds a touch of professionalism to our channel that can't be matched. Well, her name is MEGHAN CARY, and she came into songwriting under some really sad and actually tragic circumstances. Her fiancé had died unexpectedly, and she picked up his guitar, began to teach herself how to play, and began writing songs. It was a way to deal with her grief. Eventually, she started recording these songs, and from it came the album and song Sing Louder. The song itself debuted at number 2 on the Folk DJ chart, and the album came in at number 6. And the album also served as an inspiration for a book that MEGHAN authored, Sing Louder, the stories behind the songs, and that was released on International Women's Day back in 2019. As I mentioned, MEGHAN is also a voice actress and also a professional actor and playwright with a successful career in theater, television, and radio. And she has written and performs a one-woman show called On the Way to the Waterfall. Her mantra to life and all the unexpected changes that it can bring us can be found in the lyrics to her song. If you don't know the words, sing louder. Please welcome the voice of Folk Music Notebook, MEGHAN CARY.
Hi everybody! I'm so glad to be here. We're so glad to be here with you, even if it is just in the ether. It's great to be connecting. And I'm MEGHAN CARY. I'm here with Bob Beach, Peter Farrell. Thank you, Ron, so much for having us here for Folk Music Notebook. And we're going to start with one of my earlier songs. This is I started writing music because I lost somebody in my life, and he told me he would come back to me like the wind. So I took great comfort in the breeze, and I wrote this song on a very still, hot day when there was no wind whatsoever, and I wondered if maybe he forgot. This is Wind. Weatherman says the wind's out of the southeast today. It's traveling at 0 miles per hour. That's pretty damn slow. What I need to know is where's the air that's gonna lift these beads of sweat from my brow. Where are you when now? Wind through the trees, it tends to ease my mind. Blowing the clouds around reveals a silver line. What I need to know is where's the breeze is gonna ease these furrow lines from my brow. Where are you when now? You told me that you'd come back like wind into my life. Remind me of all the things I've known, the sorrow and the strife. Listening for the wind now as he rushes to the tree, praying that you'll answer me with a rustle of the leaves. Answer somehow. Where are you and now? Where are you and now? Wish the wind would carry me through my everyday. Its absence leaves me wondering why I came this way. What I'm praying for is a gale to blow my mind, leave behind these thoughts of you. Come on now, come on now, come away and go. Then you told me that you'd come back like the wind into my life. Remind me of all the things I've learned in the sorrow and the strife. Listening for the wind now as it rushes through the trees, praying that you'll answer me with a rustle of the leaves. Answer somehow. Where are you and now? 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 Where are you and Thank you so much. We're going to change it up a little bit here. Peter, why don't you grab that mandolin? This next song is a song that I wrote about not my life at all. It's actually about someone I never met, but I know of her. I'm thinking you might know of her as well. You think?
Yeah,
Well,
think.
don't give it away, Bob. Do you think? Do you think? No, we can do that song too, but we're not going to do that right now. All right, so this is Sweet and Shiny Red with Mr. Peter Farrell over here on the mandolin. Standing firmly on the earth, their feet burrowed in the dust. She's never strived to climb, but to reach it now she must. Wearing darkness as her armor, boldly venturing ahead, reaching up into the leaves for the sweet and shiny red. Just a moment's hesitation, then the drive she's never known. Swings her leg onto a lower branch, she's up and off the ground. Looking down upon the dawn from her new place in the sky. It's enough to make her dizzy, it's enough to make her cry. Does she need going further? Might this moment be enough? Will this douse the raging fire, or must she break his trust? The answer is resounding. She ascends into the grave. Lush and verdant wrap around as she climbs silent and unseen. The sweet and shiny red. Her fingers brush it gently. She's wet, wax and flame. Body arcing hard to reach it, and lust devours shame. She wrests it from its limb, she draws it to her lip. The first bite makes her gasp and almost lose her grip. The second bite is sweeter, so gentle on her tongue, like going back to the beginning of a song she loved. On song, play now, Peter. And when the feast is finished, she is lounging on a lamb, naked in her knowing and face to face with him. She's holding the sweet and shiny red. The sweet and shiny, sweet and shiny red. Sweet and shiny, sweet and shiny red. So she walks out of the garden with her knowledge and her sin from this woman with her passion. Our story does begin. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. So you might recognize who that is, or you might not. I don't know. We just never know. So we're gonna. Huh?
Initials?
Initials? I don't really. She only has one initial.
Oh, well, E.
Right? E.
Yeah.
Right? All right, guys.
E for
You
easy.
guys are so...
I'm like,
Oh my gosh, the walls are caving in right now. Anyway, we're going to take one last song for you. Thank you so much for spending a little time with us here at, well, I would say at NERFA, but we really are in our living room. And I'm sure that you're probably in your living room or kitchen or somewhere. I hope you're somewhere comfortable.
With Dinah.
And we're going to do one last song. I don't want to do this song.
Okay.
We're gonna do a different song than the one last song we were gonna do. We're gonna do this song. This is a song that it's the title track of my second record, and I wrote this for my family, and I would like to sing it for y'all because right now you spent this evening being my family. It's in it. Oh yeah, it's right there. That one. That one right there.
Oh, there we go. There's the set list.
So the joke is, I really don't know how to follow a set list, even when it's only 3 songs.
Not a joke.
This
You are tuned to the Folk Music Notebook, streaming folk songs 24/7.
And you just heard Megan CARY in our NERFA Folk Music Notebook Guerilla Showcase. Megan CARY, also the voice of Folk Music Notebook. And I want to thank her for that, and thank her and her band for being with us tonight. And thank all of you for watching. Don't forget, there's more music coming up tonight and tomorrow. Not only here, but throughout NERFA. And remember, this is all being archived, so you can't miss anything. You can actually be in two places at once. You can watch us live or watch us in the archive and catch all these wonderful performers. Well, last year, when the pandemic broke out and it quickly became apparent that our folk community was being shut down, which of course left artists without any tours or in-person concerts, and the stream of income was cut off. So we started a feature on Folk Music Notebook that we called Shelter in Place Showcase. Artists recorded 15-minute sets in their home, a lot like what you're seeing here tonight. And the idea was to have artists, to give them a chance to promote themselves, to plug their tip jars and websites and talk up a new album, and generally get the word out that they were still creating important music. And we did this without any charge to the artist. Now, the feature became a hit, not only with listeners, but also with artists. And this year, because the pandemic has been going on so long, and because this series proved popular, it morphed into a series that we now call Artist in Residence Showcase. Each weekend, we present an artist in a recorded 15-minute showcase that's repeated several times over the course of the weekend, since, of course, we stream worldwide and we want to hit all the time zones. We're on a little bit of a hiatus because of all the work I've been doing with NERFA, but it's coming back real soon. Now, also this year, we added a YouTube page, so many of the artists who have created these wonderful Artist in Residence Showcase videos now have them archived at our YouTube page. What we do is we premiere at the same time we first broadcast the showcase on folkmusicnotebook.com. So I urge all artists who may be watching right now to get in touch with me for details. Again, it's free. We never charge an artist for airplay, unlike some other streaming services, although we do offer some commercial time where you can purchase a 60-second ad for additional promotion. You may have an album or a tour or a special show that you want to promote. And if you're interested, contact me at ron@folkmusicnotebook.com. Anyway, the series has been a wonderful opportunity for me to discover new artists as well. And one such artist came to us from Montreal. She plays the auto harp, and she won me over with her captivating style and engaging lyrics. Libby Hortop bought an auto harp back in 2014, and she bought it on a whim, and she learned to play it in the simplest, most uninhibited way possible. Now, she had previously studied music at McGill University and realized that an auto harp was a lot easier to carry than spending her nights lugging a heavy electric piano to gigs. Recently, she teamed up with seasoned guitarist and singer Cal Tranner, and the duo Libby and Cal was born. I think you'll find their jangly strings and smooth vocal harmonies combined to create a unique and thoroughly magical sound. Their album, Our Lady of Perpetual Hammer, came out in June of this year, and we're pleased they could be with us tonight. Here they are, coming to us from Canada, Libby and Cal.
This is great. Okay. We are Libby and Cal, and we are performing today from Ottawa, Ontario, Canada.
The first song that we're going to do is, well, how many of you had a teacher? I'm sure you had a teacher that really influenced you and made a big impression in your life. And then there's a teacher who really was not a good teacher at all, and somebody you remember is like, ugh. Well, how many of you had a teacher so bad that you wrote a song about them years later saying how bad they were? Libby did, and this is her song, To the Teacher Who Wrecked Me.
1, 2, 3, 5, 6.
scenes to the girl that I was so many years ago. If you saw me in the mirror, would it bring you? Would it bring you some home? So that song we had a release that came out in June of this year called Our Lady of Perpetual Hammer. And the next song,
We hope to put out on our next release. It's called Tight Shipwreck, and that's a great title that you suggested.
and what's it about? What is the feature?
This features some nursery rhyme characters. See if you can find them all.
Yeah, no prizes. Fine.
All right, 1, 2, 3. Peter Rabbit had a habit of eating all the radishes at once. Peter never took a wife and kept her in a pumpkin shell. It's none of my business, do as you please. Tend to your garden, I'll tend to my weeds. Don't tell me how to navigate the waters of life. I run a tight ship. Mary Mac had silver buttons all the way along her back. Mary, Mary, quite contrary. Ooh, pretty maids with silver bells. It's none of my business, do as you please. Tend to your garden, I'll tend to my weeds. Don't tell me how to navigate the waters of life. I run a tight shipwreck. Hail the creatures of the night, be it dog walkers or scofflaws, or pumpkin turners after 8. We're all on our way to jail. It's none of my business, do as you please. Tend to your garden, I'll tend to my weeds. Don't tell me how to navigate the waters of life. I run a tight shipwreck. I run a tight shipwreck. So as much as I can appreciate nursery rhymes and fairy tales for what they are, I was kind of sick of hearing those fairy tale romance songs on the radio. Yeah. So I wrote one that jives a bit better with me. It's called Free Agents. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Never mind the way the colors dance and shimmer. You know it's only oil in a pot. Never mind the beauty of everything around you. You know it only gets you into trouble.
Thanks very much. We are Libby and Cal. You can find out more on libbyhortalk.com. Thanks so much.
Thanks for having us.
Oh, hi. I didn't realize we're back already. Just enjoying a cup of tea in my folk music notebook mug while I'm wearing my very warm folk music notebook hoodie. And of course, you can get your own at our general store, or mercantile, whatever the hell we call it. I don't even know these days. But you can visit our website, folkmusicnotebook.com, and purchase a t-shirt, a hoodie like this, sweatshirts. We have all kinds of goodies, and it all goes to help support this channel. We're running on contributions from our listeners, the tip jar, through advertising, through t-shirt sales. And we are a 24/7 internet radio station. We do pay our dues. All the pros, Sound Exchange, they get their money. And of course, there's all the funds we have to pay to the website and the company that we use that handles our technical details. So any support you can give us is always of big help. So thank you for that. Well, let's get back to the music. Our next artist is a Juilliard-trained violinist who blends the language of folk with the artistry of classical and jazz, and the result, it's a stunning sound that made her a well-sought-after musician on recordings and on the stage. Diane Perry has performed in orchestras, the swing band Vince Giordano's Nighthawks, the DMP Big Band. She's also performed in Broadway pits and rock bands, even for a circus. And her violin can be heard on the cast album of I Love You, You're Perfect, Now Change. She's written music for the stage, for jingles, co-produced albums, including co-producing Woody Allen's Everyone Says I Love You soundtrack. And she's really embraced here by the North Jersey folk scene for her whirlwind of energy and talent and personality. And Diane is no stranger to NERFA or Folk Alliance. She's been awarded 2 official Folk Alliance regional showcases at the 2017 Folk Alliance Region Farm, where she also booked several Midwest concert tours. And she's toured the Midwest and Southeast, and she also appeared at the 2018 NERFA Semi-Formal Showcase. And now, she's with us tonight at the Folk Music Notebook Guerilla Showcase. Please welcome Diane Perry.
Hi, my name is Diane Perry, and I'm a violinist and a singer-songwriter. I'm very happy to be here, and because of the pandemic, the last time I was able to get together with my buddies, Tom Charlap and Ted Brancato, was for a concert 14 months ago. So when we were finally able to get together again last week, I decided I wanted to share some videos of the full band with you here at Folk Music Notebook. Pebble Mine was proposed in an area of pristine waters where the salmon spawn. So I wrote this song called There Used to Be a River Here. To be a river here, its rushing waters flowed crystal clear, oh so wild and unabashed, how its fiery crashes splashed and life had sprung all around. Yes, I know there used to be a river here.
its banks. The trees did sway, the birds would frolic there and sing. The sun shone down on everything. I longed to live there. Yes, I'm sure there used to be a river here. The town decides to change its flow. A floodgate is built, but why? I still don't know. The earth is scarred and ever changed. The river's flow is rearranged, then ceased to be. Yes, I'm sure there was a mighty river here. The earth is old, and it's the patient kind. It's cradled the river since ancient times. The rocks and the stones that lined its bed, until the rain appears, seems dead. But the river's waiting. Yes, I'm sure there's still a river. There'll always be a river. I know there's still a mighty river
Next is a completely different kind of tune altogether. It's an instrumental number that I wrote for my mom, who loves Cuban music. And it's called Coquilou, because that was her nickname when she was a little girl. And it was really fun to record. It's a little tricky, and I hope you enjoy it. Well, as you can probably tell from that song, my mother is not the quiet type. Neither am I, come to think of it. But you know, a songwriter's job really is a solitary one. We're usually in a room by ourselves, working on our music. Won't you please let me know that you're out there by sending me a message through my website, DianePerryFolk.com. I really do want to know who you are, where you're listening from, and what you thought. While you're on the website, you can listen to more music, find out more about me, find out where I'll be playing next, either solo or with my awesome band. The next song that we're going to do for you is called My Favorite Picture, and it's the first song that I ever wrote on the guitar.
Favorite picture, all-time fave, in the album in my mind. You squint at me as though in pain or investigating crime. Your head is down, your lips are drawn, your eyes, they're like a sneer. Your grip upon my arms is like you want to hurt me, dear. I know it only means you're struggling to resist me. At the time, as we stand near the fire, in the picture in my mind. The sound I hear inside my head, your fingers gently make, so tenderly the tones that skip, just like pebbles on a lake. And your guitar is singing like the love song I wish for, as dissonance turns consonance and falls down to the floor. Revealed, your heart is flowing out just like music played for beauty's sake. The sound of love inside my head. Your hands articulate. Your arms, your voice, your gentle nature, that sacred state of grace, the heart, the help, the giving, memory never will erase. And yes, I know it's circumspect at best, but I swear that it is true. I never can nor will forget that first moment I saw you. Inside I felt my broken heart, and then prepared a place for the stranger, not a stranger, once my eyes discerned your face. still remains upon the shirt you lent. I clutch it, and your nearness looms as my plane starts its descent. You should have traveled here with me, but we squandered all our time. I can't accept our chances lost. The picture in my mind says I will never be the same. I've got to get back to the picture in my mind where I am standing there with you. To the picture in my mind where I'm standing there with you.
Hi again. I hope you've enjoyed listening to these songs of mine. Maybe I'll get to see you someday out on the road. In the meantime, stay safe, and thank you for listening.
You are tuned to the Folk Music Notebook, streaming folk songs 24/7.
I'm Ron Olesko, and I want to thank you all for joining us here tonight on the Folk Music Notebook Guerilla Showcase here at NERFA 21, the virtual conference. And hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll be at the NERFA 2022 in person. So make sure you get your shots, keep wearing those masks, be safe, and we'll soon be back. Well, one of the joys of putting together Folk Music Notebook is the fact that we were able to bring in such talented folk radio hosts from all across the globe. If you look at our schedule, you'll see some outstanding names. Marilyn Ray Beyer, the new host of the Midnight Special. And Rich Warren is still with us. He hosts Folk Stage. And we also have programs from Michael Jonathan and Woodsong's Old Time Radio Hour. Folk Scene, the classic series that was started by Roz and Howard Larman, now carried on by their son, and also producing new shows, and some great archival programs presented on that as well. And recently we added Mike Harding to our lineup. He's an incredible folk radio host from the UK. And there's so much more. You can visit our website, folkmusicnotebook.com, for more details. Now, speaking of our host, our next group features Rick Palieri and Jason Baker. Rick, the host, with his co-host Jason Baker, of Folk Talk every Monday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. They're joined by Patti Shannon in a new group called the Folk Talk Trio. And their sound pays tribute to the great trios that were part of the folk revival of the 60s. And it also honors the wonderful show that Rick and Jason host each week. They have a new album out. It's a live album, and it's called Live at the Underground. And tonight, we have them with us. Please welcome the Folk Talk Trio.
Hi, this is Rick Palieri, and this is Patti Shannon, and this is Jason Baker, and we are the Folk Talk Trio.
And we're really, really excited to be here with you folks for the NERFA 2021 virtual conference for this Guerilla Showcase specially made for the Folk Music Notebook. Thank you very much to Ron Olesko and the Folk Music Notebook for inviting us.
Sitting on his mom's knee, Billy picked up a hammer and a little piece of steel. Said that hammer gonna be the death of me. Well, that hammer gonna be the death of me, Lord. Hammer gonna be the death of me.
Well, every Monday morning, when the bluebirds begin to sing, you can hear John Henry a mile more. You can hear John Henry's hammering. You can hear John Henry's hammering.
You could hear John Henry's hammering, Lord. Hear John Henry's hammering. Well, the captain, he said to John Henry, gonna bring that steam drill around. Gonna bring that steam drill out on the job. I'm gonna walk that steel on down, Lord. Walk that steel on down. Gonna walk that steel on down, Lord. Gonna walk that steel on down.
John Henry said to his captain, you know a man ain't nothing but a man. Before I left the steam drill down, I would die with this hammer in my hand. Oh, I would die with this hammer in my hand.
I'll die with this hammer in my hand, Lord. Die with this hammer in my hand. Well, John Henry started hammering on the mountain. His hammer was striking fire. Well, he worked so hard, he broke his poor heart. Laid down that hammer and he died, Lord. Laid down that hammer and he died. Well, he laid down that hammer and he died, Lord. Laid down that hammer and he died.
John Henry had a little woman. Her name was Palieri. When John Henry took sick and went to his grave, Palieri grew steel like a man. Palieri grew steel like a man.
Palieri grew steel like a man, Lord. Palieri grew steel like a man.
The man who invented the steam drill, he thought he was mighty fine. But John Henry, he grew 15 feet. That steam drill, it only made 9. Steam drill, it only made 9.
Well, the steam drill only made 9, Lord. Steam drill only made 9. Well, they took John Henry to the graveyard, buried him in the sand, and every locomotive passed him by. Say, there lies a steel driving man, Lord. There lies a steel driving man. Well, there lies a steel driving man, Lord. There lies a steel driving man.
John Henry had a little baby. He could fit him in the palm of his hand. The last words I heard that poor boy say, my daddy was a steel driving man. My daddy was a steel driving man.
My daddy was a steel driving man, Lord. My daddy was a steel driving man. And
I am a poor, wayfaring stranger, traveling through this world of woe. There is no sickness
danger in that bright world to which I go. I'm going there to see my father. I'm going there, no more to roam. I'm only going over Jordan. I'm only going over home. I know dark clouds will gather round me. I know my way is rough and steep, yet beauteous fields arise before me, where those redeemed their vigils keep. I'm going there to see my mother. She said she'd meet me when I come. I'm only going over Jordan. I'm only going over home.
We don't know any better. We just like the way it sounds. We can't help but to love it. And when the chorus comes around, and when the pickers get to picking, we get up and we get down. We don't know any better. We just like the way it sounds. Hear the sound of that old time music. Some kid picking on an old guitar, finding the words, trying to be heard. He's always been told, stop wishing on a star. Well, he ain't in it for the money, and we ain't in it for the fame. Smoking hot licks and some politics, and a single bull chorus is the name of this game. We don't know any better. We just like the way it sounds. We can't help but to love it when the chorus comes around. And when the pickers get to picking, we get up and we get down. We don't know any better. We just like the way it sounds. Now hear the sounds of them old-time funkies talking about the times that they went to jail. The country needed fixing, getting rid of Nixon. They marched that fella out of town on a rail. Well, then we was in trouble again, and it was even worse than it was before. Some love to hate, but love trumped hate. So let's sing a chorus, then we shoot 'em to the door. We don't know any better. We just like the way it sounds. We can't help but to love it when the chorus comes around. And when the pickers get to picking, we get up and we get down. We don't know any better. We just like the way it sounds. Let's hear a song from you. Sometimes we begin to question, like when the rain come pouring down, why are we here when we could be there? It comes back to us when we hear this sound. We sing, we don't know any better, we just like the way it sounds. We can't help but to love it when the chorus comes around. And when the pickers get to picking, we get up and we get down. We don't know any better, we just like the way it sounds. We don't know any better, we just like the way it sounds.
There is more love somewhere. There is more love.
Just a reminder to all the artists who are listening tonight, as well as any venue operator or other industry professionals, you can advertise on Folk Music Notebook. We have a special rate going on this conference. For only $75, you get about 600 commercials. It's quite a deal. It is low cost. I mean, we're still a growing entity, but we really do want to help the folk music community get the word out about all the various projects and great music out there. Now, I just want to emphasize, we will never charge an artist for playing their music on the radio. I know there are some websites and streaming services that charge artists to become Song of the Day or Song of the Week or whatever. We'll never do that. Not while I'm around. The idea is that we're here to perpetuate this folk music community. So if you're interested, you can contact me, Ron, at folkmusicnotebook.com, or visit our website, folkmusicnotebook.com, and you'll see a page for advertising. And again, just say you're with NERFA. Say you know me. Write to me, and we'll get you that special deal. It really helps to keep us going. We've done incredible since we've launched in 2019. We've made our budget for not only for this year, but it looks like we're just a couple $100 away from making our budget plans for next year. So we're getting there, and it's growing. So I hope you can become a part of it. Well, anyway, let's get to our next performer. And wow, I'm excited about this. Our next performer is a singer, a songwriter, an author, a wildlife photographer, and she's led one of the most interesting lives that I know. Genevieve spent nearly a decade touring the country before she felt the burnout. And this Jersey girl took a detour, traveled to the South African bush, where she used her other skills as a writer and a photographer to pursue another passion in her life, wildlife conservation. For several years, she ran around after animals, documenting them, photographing them, and I think it's a safe bet to say that she's the only person attending NERFA this weekend who was bitten by a cheetah and sang a Zulu lullaby for a Pampers commercial. Since returning to the United States, she's been really busy in the studio and on stage, and it's been a difficult year. But she's with us tonight, and I'm so happy to have her here. Please welcome Genevieve.
Hi, my name is Genevieve, and I wanted to say a big thank you to Ron Olesko for including me in his showcase room and for being so supportive of us artists all the time and the community. You're an awesome guy, Ron. We love you. And also to NERFA for having a virtual conference this year, because we could have had nothing, which is this is better than nothing. And it's not the same not being able to see you guys in person, but at least we can see each other somehow. I was running to catch the train, a college kid heading home on break, when he stopped me suddenly and held out a card. He said, I'm a scout for a TV show, and I wanted to let you know you are exactly what I'm looking for. And I caught my breath and thought maybe this is my moment when he said he's here to find anyone he feels could fade into the background, who could disappear. No one special, completely forgettable. That's what he saw when he looked at me. I was just another nobody. I was just another nobody. Stood unsure of what to do, 'cause inside I felt what he said was true, but I was little more than empty space. And those inner demons I always hated suddenly seemed vindicated, and any self-esteem melted away. And the doubt already growing in my head held tightly to his message when he said he's here to find anyone he feels could fade into the background, who could disappear. No one special, completely forgettable. That's what he thought when he looked at me. I was just another nobody. I was just another nobody. A stranger who never knew my name or how deep he cut my heart that day. Could he recognize me if he saw me now? Though I try, I can't erase that cheerful voice and smiling face that so thoughtlessly cut me down, so thoughtlessly cut me down. I've had years to learn and grow, but in my heart I'll always know how the words we hear and say can forever change the way we see ourselves. Never wanted to believe I could fade into the background, I could disappear. No one special, completely forgettable. Now I wonder when I look at me, am I just another nobody? Am I just another nobody? Am I just another nobody? Just another nobody. So, yeah, that actually is based on a true story. When I was college, excuse me, when I was in college in DC, I was actually running through the train station around Thanksgiving. I was catching the train to come back to visit my family, and this guy stopped me, asked me if I was interested in movies and if I would ever wanted to be on TV, and I was like, oh, that would be so cool, of course. You know, 19-year-old college kids, like, this is the coolest thing. I'm being discovered. And he's like, yeah, I'm looking exactly for you, like someone just like you. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. He's like, yeah, somebody that just, like, you know, you don't notice, that just blends into the background. And I was crushed. I was so crushed. I was like, ouch. And obviously it stuck with me because I still remember it and wrote a song about it. But again, it goes along with that whole thing about, you know, be careful what you say to people.
I will bend in many ways, and I'll adapt to anything. I'll reach my hand across to you, but only if you ask for it. I am not your problem, but I am the face you choose to see. Projecting all your demons, mistaking them for me. But I won't break. No, I won't break. Oh, no, I won't break under the weight of you. You talk of growth and healing while you boldly steal my light, to illuminate your darkness while you leave me in the night. Your pain is a burden and an anchor on my soul, and I can't breathe, drowning in the lies you told me. But I won't break. No, I won't break. No, no, I won't break under the weight of you. And I'm standing on the edge of a precipice, wondering if I'll fly or if I'll fall. But at least I know I did all I could do. Nothing more I have to prove. No more love to give to you. No more waiting for the call. But I won't break. No, I won't break. No, 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 I won't break under the weight of you. Oh, no, I won't break. No, I won't break. Oh, but I won't break under the weight of you. Under the weight of you. Under the weight of you.
So that is actually a very new song. Came up with the idea, the phrase. I have a whole list of just random clips of lines or just ideas. I did a song with Tom Passaterao called Depends on the Day, which came from a text message, just depends on the day. And Weight of You was something else that had been in this long list of song ideas that had never come to anything. And then it did, as it happens. Whew, excuse me. I was a little excited there, water. So I'm going to do one more song for you. And I want to say thank you again. I'm Genevieve. Thank you, Ron. Thank you, NERFA. I'm very happy to be here. This is a new-ish, well, it's a very old song that got the finishing touches a few months ago. And it's a little bit of an uplifting song about, finding our journey and figuring out our place in the world, which I'm still doing. Which I think you never really stop doing, though, right?
There will be a light that shines down on me. There will be a light to help me see there's a brighter day. Waiting patiently, there will be a light. There will be a light. I have stumbled through the darkness, searching blindly for the sun. in a fumbled rite of passage. Had to walk before I'd run. I was seeking many reasons to ease my troubled mind, and I've weathered every season, believing I would find there would be a light that shines down on me. There would be a light to help me see there's a brighter day. Waiting patiently, there will be a light. There will be a light. I've had helping hands to guide me as I went along my way. I've had helping hearts beside me to always ease the pain. And I know that I have taken many roads, but now I see I was many times mistaken. Now I know what's right for me. Oh, there will be a light, yeah, that shines down on me. There will be a light to help me see there's a brighter day. Waiting patiently, there will be a light. Yeah, there will be a light. Oh, that shines down on me. Yeah, there will be a light. Oh, a light to help me see there's a brighter day. Waiting patiently, there will be a light. There will be a light. Oh, there will be a light. There will be a light. Yeah, there will be a light. Ooh, there will be a light. There will be a light. There will be a light. There will be a
Thanks, everyone. Have a great night.
I'm so glad you're spending some time with us today here at the Folk Music Notebook Guerilla Showcase at NERFA, and I'm hoping that we'll all be together again in person next year. One of the nice things about doing the showcase and also doing Folk Music Notebook, the 24/7 internet radio station, is that I have the opportunity of playing a bunch of old friends and meeting a lot of new friends. Well, our next artist is an old friend. He's been involved in the folk music world since the late 1960s, when his early anti-Vietnam War songs were published by the legendary protest magazine Broadside. Paul has been honored by the inclusion of two of his songs in two monumental collections produced by Smithsonian Folkways. One of his first songs, Vietnam, appears in the Grammy-nominated Best of Broadside. A second, King of Hearts, is featured in Fast Folk, a community of singers and songwriters. And in 2004, Henry the Accountant was included in Being Human, Readings from the Presidential Council on Bioethics. It appeared there along with works by Homer, Shakespeare, Dickinson, Whitman, George Bernard Shaw, and others. And his latest honor was having his song I Had an Old Coat and Call Me the Whale included in the new Rise Again songbook, the successor to Rise Up Singing. His latest album is called We Shall Stay Here, and it contains 12 songs that reflect the way he sees the world. And maybe so do you. It's good to have him with us. Please welcome Paul KAPLAN.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome to my portion of the Folk Music Notebook Guerilla Showcase. Thanks so much, Ron, for letting me be part of this, and thank you all for showing up. I'll start with the song of the season. When the chill from Canada comes tearing south, over empty fields up to your doorstep, to kiss you on the mouth. I will keep you warm. I'll keep the fire burning, keep you dry in the storm. When winter is returning true to form, I will keep you warm. And you say you're insulated pretty tight, but the flickering of your candle has revealed you in a slightly different light. I will keep you warm. I'll keep the fire burning, keep you dry in the storm. When winter is returning true to form, I will keep you warm. So I'll hold you tightly as the wind attacks, and the summer of my kindness will protect you and fill up all the cracks. I will keep you warm. I'll keep the fire burning, keep you dry in the storm. When winter is returning true to form, I will keep you warm. My love will be like brandy wine when you are cold. Let me take your cup and I will fill it with as much as it can hold. I will keep you warm. I'll keep the fire burning, keep you dry in the storm. When winter is returning true to form, I will keep you warm. I'll keep the fire burning, keep you dry in the storm. When winter is returning true to form, I will keep you warm. All right, so I'm going to follow that with Little Boxes 2020. So this one I wrote last year, and it came after I had been doing a lot of Zoom meetings, as many of you have been doing and may be doing at this very moment. It's based on the song by Malvina Reynolds, Little Boxes on the Hilltop, Little Boxes All the Same. So I borrowed the tune to that, and I borrowed that same rhyme scheme with a lot of aim, aim, aim. And here's how it came out. Little boxes on computers, little boxes full of floating heads, little boxes, little boxes, little pictures with no frame. We've been trying to stay healthy with a total lack of leadership. There's one blockhead to zoom in on if you're wondering who to blame. And we try to pay attention, but we're busy counting nasal hairs on the boxes, little pictures with no frame. This is how we meet each other, and the world sees our messy living rooms, or the part that we just cleaned up, 'cause we have a sense of shame. And somebody's dog is barking, and her husband is in his underwear, and don't ask what she is wearing down below that missing frame. Someone else who left their sound on now is using the facilities, but thank God there is no video, just a gray box with their name. And we're zooming every morning, we're zooming every afternoon. We're so busy getting dizzy, watching pictures with no frame. When this horror show is over, and again we're three-dimensional, we'll no longer be in boxes, but we'll never be the same. Okay, so I will follow that with a love song. Reimagining my youth. Let's see if we're still in tune. Not quite. It's called If I Had Half an Acre. If I had half an acre, I would build a little house with floors of terracotta and windows facing south. I would plant a garden full of food and flowers too. If I had half an acre, I would build a life with you. If I had half an acre, I would never ask for more than just to see you greet me when I walked in the door. I don't need a mansion with $1 million view. If I had half an acre, I would build a life with you. I would cook you breakfast and put the honey in your tea. Maybe we could raise some children to keep us company. What's the use of riches when you're living all alone? A pocket full of diamonds is just a pile of stones. Every day's a treasure when you have a love that's true. If I had half an acre, I would build a life with you. Every day's a treasure when you have a love that's true. If I had half an acre, I would build a life with you. Okay, for my last song, I will be doing a switching guitars, moving to my 1926 Martin, which I did not buy new, and only because it's a different tuning, and I wanted to save time. So weird tuning. Let me know if you can figure out what it is. It's the only song I do with this strange tuning. It's called After the Fire. It was the title song of my first CD, and I put it again on my most recent CD, which is called We Shall Stay Here. And I put it on because I had arranged it for 4-part harmony, and I am in a chorus, the Leverett Community Chorus, and we recorded it, and we used that recording for the CD. It was written on the first anniversary of 9/11 as a kind of a metaphor of a forest fire, and of course since then it's become literally true with all these devastating forest fires out in the U.S. West and even in Europe. So it's gotten even more relevant. After the fire. After the fire, the tears fell like rain where tall trees had stood. There was nothing but pain, a forest of green was turned into ash. The world that we knew disappeared in a flash. After the fire, we gathered around, searching for signs of life on the ground. The earth looked so bare, as dead as can be, but something was there that nobody could see. Slowly a seed under our feet started to stir, woken up by the heat. It sent down a root to help it hold tight. It sent up a shoot to reach for the light. Seedlings will grow, trees will stand tall, though we'll always know how far they can fall. But nothing can kill the will to survive. After the fire, there is so much alive. Seedlings will grow, trees will stand tall, though we'll always know how far they can fall. But nothing can kill the will to survive. After the fire, there is so much alive. After the fire, there is so much alive. Okay, so thanks again for coming and listening, and I hope to see you again sometime. Be well.
This is the Folk Music Notebook. You can tune in through your favorite listening devices. Download the Folk Music Notebook app at the Apple iTunes or Google Play stores. It's free.
I'm Ron Olesko, and I'm the director of Folk Music Notebook, the 24/7 internet radio channel that is sponsoring this showcase. And I'm really happy about this because tonight and tomorrow night, we're presenting many of the artists that appear on Folk Music Notebook. When we first started, a lot of people were saying to me, some of the professionals in the industry, you got to play more popular, more commercial artists. Americana is the word. Well, one of the reasons I started the channel is because there are so many wonderful artists that I see at NERFA that aren't getting as much airplay as they deserve. And that's what we're doing on Folk Music Notebook. Tune in anytime, day or night. You'll hear some great voices, some great songs. I'm sure you'll hear a few old friends and some songs that you grew up with. But you're going to learn a lot too. I'm very proud of what we put together. And I'm especially proud of all the hosts that are part of this amazing channel, if I do say so myself. And this next individual is someone who I think anyone who has spent any time in the New York City area, in the folk community, knows him very well. You'll find him probably doing merch at just about every concert that's out there. I don't know how he does it. I swear he's got 2 or 3 twins or clones somewhere. But he's always out and about. Folk music's man about town. And I'm so happy that he's doing a show for us every Thursday night on Folk Music Notebook at 9 p.m. It's called Gord's Gold. And he certainly brings the gold home. I want to have our wonderful host come out right now to introduce our next performer. Please welcome the one, the only, Gordon Nash.
Kim MOBERG is from, Juneau, Alaska. Her mother was a classical pianist. She grew up with music, and her father in the Coast Guard, so she moved around a lot. Along the way, she taught herself to strum and fingerpick a guitar, then to overcome stage fright and play for an audience. She now lives about here in Cape Cod. Give a hand, even though she can't hear you, for Kim MOBERG.
Hey, everybody. I'm so happy to be here performing for the Folk Music Notebook Guerilla Showcase. Thank you so much to Ron for putting this together, and thank you to everybody at NERFA for bringing the conference online this year. I know it's difficult that we can't see each other in person, and I miss seeing everybody, but at least we can connect this way, and hopefully next year we'll be in person again. I'm trying to emulate the late night hotel room scene here. Coming to you from Cape Cod, Massachusetts. And the first song I'm going to play for you is a song that's going to be released on my next CD in 2022, and the CD is titled The Seventh Fire. I teamed with Grammy-nominated producer John Evans again, and we've kind of decorated these songs in a little bit of a different soundscape than my last couple of CDs, and I'm pretty excited about what's happening. I wrote this song called Brimstone and Fire, thinking about Moses and how he came down from the mount with some very simple instructions on how we should live our lives and be civilized and kind to each other. And with the events that have been happening the past couple of years, Moses is probably out there somewhere right now going, come on, you guys, I gave you the answers. It's pretty simple. It's called Brimstone and Fire. Ancient lands, for time. An infant child is rescued from the Nile. As a man, he fought for right. Killed the Pharaoh's guard to save a life. Through angry skies, a holy voice did summon him on the top of the mount. Sinai. 40 days, 40 nights of laws and men he scribed, and tablets to the sacred rules to spare us from the ire. Into exile they took flight. A burning bush that beckoned in the night. Promised lands within their sight. The prophet led his flock to where he died. Through angry skies, a holy voice voice did summon him atop of the Mount Sinai. 40 days, 40 nights, the laws of men he scribed on tablets to the sacred rules, dispersed from the ire, brimstone and fire. Now here I stand through sands of time, 80 generations passed in a line, 10 commands still defy. Fate lies in the hands of yours and mine. Through angry skies a holy voice did summon him atop of the Mount Sinai. 40 days, 40 nights, the laws of men he scribed, tablets to the sacred rules, dispersed from the ire of brimstone and fire. Brimstone and fire. Brimstone and Fire. On July 1st of this past year, I was invited. I was one of 4 artists, 2 Canadian, 2 US, invited to perform at a healing event called O Canada Day, which was a tribute and a discussion about the Native American and Indigenous people who were killed in the boarding schools in the earlier part of the 1900s and the 1940s, 50s. At that time, we talked a lot about how the tales of the seventh fire and the prophecies have come to be true. And there was a specific time where it's been taught that Native Americans and Indigenous people have kind of gone to sleep because their practices and their way of life was not accepted anymore around the world. And one of the speakers was Indigenous Archbishop Mark MacDonald, and he said something that resonated with me and inspired this song. And he said, when it's time for Indigenous people to return to the earth, it's the artists who will call them back. And this is titled Wings of the Wind. Wings of the Winds. Be still. Through an open heart, the prophecy is fulfilled. In slumber, all these years, we're silent. Listen hear them sing. They celebrate the joy of awakening. The ancient song has always been echoing on the wings of the winds. Begin. Looking in, the power of the healing lies within. The answer was and ever is, riding on the wings of the Wings of the Winds, which honor all the winds, north, south, east, west, up and down. Once again, thank you, Ron, for putting this together. It's just a joy to be playing. This last song I wrote is called All That Really Matters, and I wrote it thinking during the pandemic about all of us kind of getting a handle on what's really important in life. Time moves like the tide, rushes and subsides. We are but a witness to its flow. It ebbs and then it bites, no matter how we try. Power too elusive for to hold. We journey through our time in search of answers in this life, knowing how it May we join our hearts as one and know all that really matters is love. We try to make the best of this little time we get, seeking out the meaning of it all. Too often we forget as we focus on our quests, the secret lies inside us all along. We journey through our time in search of answers in this life, knowing how it all can change in a blink of an eye. When all is said and done, and we look back from where we've come, may we join our hearts as one and know all that really matters is love. The moment that just passed, so different from the last, now a memory just floating through our hands, just out of grasp. Now is it too late to ask, as I ponder and look back at choices made, regrets that I have known? Can we learn to hold on to what's been there all along? The wisdom that we're given when we're born. We journey through our time in search of answers in this life, knowing how it all can change in a blink of an eye. When all is said and done, and we look back from where we've come, may we join our hearts as one and know all that really matters is love. Sweet love, all that ever really matters is love. Thanks, guys. Have a great conference.
Well, it's getting to that time. Late night. It's different because when we were at the conference in person, we would be walking the aisles and the hallways till the sun came up. It's a little less this time. And again, you can also go back and watch all of these showcases, so you won't miss a thing. You can be in two places at once. It's being proven. Well, our last performer for this evening is a singer-songwriter, satirist who began his solo career with his first recording, City Dreams, and then his group, Mike Glick and the New Song Project. They were also known as the New Song Quintet. He's toured and played at Greece, Portugal, Spain, India, Cuba, Bulgaria, Germany, the old USSR, Italy, and everywhere else, and of course here in the USA. For the last few years, he's been rebuilding his musical career, writing and performing many new songs. And he's joined tonight by his son Aleksi, who, as you will soon see, is a virtuoso guitarist as well as composer. Please welcome Mike Glick.
Hey folks, Mike and Aleksi Glick here. We're also sometimes known as Generations, because we are two generations. Any plans on having kids, Aleksi, so we can get a third generation going?
Probably not.
Okay, so let's dispense with that. And for years I was playing a lot of blues. Well, I wasn't playing much blues actually, but this song is kind of a little bit autobiographical about what happened and what changed. Now folks used to ask me why I didn't sing the blues. Couldn't bring myself to try it. I didn't have a clue. No, I just didn't feel it. Just didn't feel it no way. I didn't have no rich relations and no especially good news. Can't say I hadn't suffered, but I owed a lot of dues. I felt I hadn't earned the right to sing the blues. Now it could take a lifetime, or you might feel it when you're born. You will drink it with your mama's milk, or feel it when she tries to keep you warm. Now you can act like you know it and put on your airs, but all you're gonna prove is you're a long way from repair. You can bear your soul, but what have you got to bear? When you suffer long and feel it so deep, your heart's one throbbing muscle and your whole body weeps, if you know what I mean. This won't come as news. It will wash you clean when you sing with the blues. Now I tried to get those licks down, but the music it would not weep until it came out honestly, and it came from way down deep. Now you could throw it off and go about your day. It may even seem like the blues have up and gone away, but there are some things that you can never lose. It will start with a notion, then comes the memories, like a river overflowing, uprooting all the trees. It will make you an offer that you can't refuse. When you earn the right to sing the blues. Nice playing there, Alex.
Thanks, Dad. Back at you.
All right, so this next song here, actually, it's one of those songs that's kind of serendipitously dropped from the sky on you. I was walking into a room of first graders, and one of them, because I was teaching in an elementary school, music, and one of the kids said, "Hey, Music Mike," because that's what they called me. They said, "Music Mike, there's a broken chair in the hallway." And thereby hangs a tale. And this also song explains in a little way why I'm single. There's a broken chair in the hallway of my heart. Why won't you let me use your wash machine? sweeping apart. And that chill from you I'm feeling doesn't help your sex appeal. And there's a broken chair in the hallway of my heart. I will never understand just why you left me. Is it the way that I slept on both sides of the bed? Or because I bought your Christmas presents after New Year's Day? And what did it mean when you called my family to inbred? Now there's a broken chair in the hallway of my heart. And when I try my sweet talk, you won't even let me start. And that chill from you I'm feeling doesn't help your sex appeal. And there's a broken chair in the hallway of my heart. And when I brought you flowers, I thought you would be pleased with the purple color of the wreath that was fringed in black. I was sure you'd like the card with it saying rest in peace, in letters clearly written across the back. Now there's a broken chair in the hallway of my heart. And when I look at you with lovesick eyes, yours are shooting darts. And that chill from you I'm feeling doesn't help your sex appeal. And there's a broken chair in the hallway of my heart. So proud of that frilly bra I found for 50 cents. But Jesus dang doggone it, I left the price tag on it. I can't remember everything, sometimes you're too intense. Now there's a broken chair in the hallway of my heart. And when I call you sweet thing, must you slap me till it smarts? And that chill from you I'm feeling doesn't help your sex appeal. And there's a broken chair in the hallway of my heart. Yes, there's a broken chair in the hallway of my heart. All right, well, folks, we've been going through some tough times, and they're not over yet. But I also believe, in the words of Martin Luther King, that even though the arc of the universe is really on, I'm paraphrasing here now, but it does bend towards justice. And someday we shall be free, and this will be over to some extent, although we always need to stay vigilant. We shall be free. In the darkest times, on the roughest sea, that's when those ties that bind feel much closer to me. There's a hope and a dream that I keep deep inside, and I know someday that we shall be free. When you feel all is lost, and you feel hope is gone, and the flames of hatred are felt through the land, well then after the night, there's always the dawn, and the human spirit will revive us again. Oh, we shall be free. Oh, we shall be free. You can't hold back the sun nor keep the wind from the tree. Oh, we shall be free. Oh, we shall be free. No, you can't crush a dream. You can't stop history. No, you can't stop history. When the lies that we're told are no longer believed, and we won't remain silent to those who deceive. When we recognize color, but nobody cares, and our family stories are respected and shared. When every child is cherished and never neglected, and you can choose who to love and not be rejected when no one fights about religion or where you are from. And there's no more war and no need for guns. Then we shall be free. Oh, we shall be free. You can't hold back the sun, don't keep the wind from the trees. Oh, we shall be free. Oh, we shall be free. No, you can't crush a dream. You can't stop history. When the least of us can grow as much as the most, with good food, a home, and warm and clean clothes. When the sick and the dying all get love and care, that's when we'll know we're finally there. Then we shall be free. Oh, we shall be free. You can't hold back the sun, nor keep the wind from the trees. Oh, we shall be free. Oh, we shall be free. No, you can't crush a dream. You can't stop history. Oh, we shall be free. Oh, we shall be free. You can't hold back the sun nor keep the wind from the trees. Oh, we shall be free. Oh, we shall be free. No, you can't crush a dream. You can't stop his story.
Mike Glick, folks. This song, Fellow Travelers, leads off my concept CD, Alternative Facts and Other White Lies, but there it's with the Bluegrass Group, and this is not a Bluegrass Group. There's a wandering man who told stories, stories he put into song. We now know he was bound for glory. He's past, but his spirit lives on. So here's to you, Woody, Lead Belly, and Pete, to your fellow travelers who walk the same streets, to Aunt Molly and Josh White, Big Bill and his blues. We all want to be fellow travelers too. We're still singing your songs, we'll keep you alive. You'll be with us forever when that new day arrives. We're all your children and trying on your shoes. We'll pass on your songs to our children too. And here's to the history that says we won't fail. To Ronnie and Bess Halls who blaze their own trail. To Sonny and Brownie and Big Brother Paul, the deep voice and great spirit reached many a wall. Woody rode with the migrants, the kin of Tom Joad. He slept in their camps, went down the same roads. He saw pastures of plenty midst the hunger in eyes. So he fought with his songs till the day that he died. So here's to you, Woody, Lead Belly, and Pete, and to your fellow travelers who walk the same streets, to Aunt Molly and Josh White, Big Bill and his blues. We all want to be fellow travelers too. Oh, we all want to be fellow travelers too.
Well, friends, that looks like it's it. They're turning off the lights, lowering the sound, and it'll be time for us to come back tomorrow night and do it all over again. I'm Ron Olesko, Director of Folk Music Notebook, and I want to thank all of you who've tuned in tonight to watch this wonderful showcase. And, of course, thanks to all the talented artists who have given their time and showed off their wonderful songs and I hope you'll check them out. I know we have a lot of people attending this conference that are booking venues and playing songs on the radio. I hope you saw somebody tonight that you really enjoy, and we'll check them out, because we've all been hurt in the past 18, 19, 20 months, whatever it's been. I'm losing track of the time. And we want to get back together again in 2022. Festivals, venues, and we'll have some fun. And hopefully we'll be back in person at NERFA. Anyway, time for my Betty Bye. So we'll see you all tomorrow. Don't forget, you can catch this in the archive if you missed any of it, want to see it again, or tell your friends. And we'll be back. Have a wonderful evening. And remember, wherever you go, make sure you carry a song in your heart. Good night, everybody. Shh, everybody's sleeping.
You are tuned to the Folk Music Notebook, streaming folk songs 24/7.